All right, we are live. Man, since I switched to using this like darker theme on the on TradingView for the bot, it's really hard to go back because I like the way it looks with the dark blue background with kind of like the green and the red. It's pretty clean.
Yeah.
Doesn't blow your eyes out all day too.
Instead of what, white?
Yeah,
Yeah, I made that switch a few months ago, man.
the white just looks really clean, but it's just like when you're doing it every day, all day,
At
just
night too,
kills
it's
your
brutal.
eyeballs. Yeah.
It's actually the whiteness from the screen too that could like fuck your eyes up from sleeping and shit. Actually, there's studies that say it keeps you awake.
Yeah, the white light. Yeah.
Gives you sunburns too.
Sunburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually linked to like making your skin age more.
Oh, I thought you were trolling with the sunburn. I was gonna say sunburn on my nuts, maybe.
No, they have linked it to like skin aging.
No, I was trolling, but I didn't know skin aging was a thing.
Yeah, they did. They linked it to like long periods of monitor light can make your skin on your face age faster.
I'm gonna go make a cream for that.
Right. Well, actually,
$1 million.
there's actually a streamer who's releasing one like I think this week.
Oh
Oh
jeez.
god.
Yep. You missed that boat. Hey, what's going on, Rex? Robert? What's going on, guys? This looks identical to last November on SPY, but like I said, you can't really compare them because that was a election year. But towards the end of October, look at what we did. I'll get rid of this. I don't know why it's doing that. The end of October into the start of November did the same exact thing. Big pullback, and then gap, 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 and then uptrend. Same exact thing. Big pullback, gap, gap, gap.
That's why I'm not selling.
Can actually probably take a fractal here, and it's probably really good. Let's see. Yeah, look at how similar this is. If I could get the sizing right. Trying to line up the lows. There we go. Almost identical. Hey, Dari. You say, will SPY reach all-time high tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. That'd be ridiculous. It looks pretty bullish. I think you were seeing a lot of sell pressure today because people were trying to fill the local gap. So you were trying to go down to like 447. It almost did a few times, but it just could not. It couldn't beat the buyers. The buyers are really strong. I would like to see a 447 gap fill as soon as possible, though, to be honest. I wanted to post this in Discord for the bot guys. Let's see. Can't remember which chart it was. I think it was this one. So what I wanted to show was this is a good example of like when you have an area around a take profit and then that area is broken, you can see very strong continuation through that level. So we had a take profit come in and then we started to break the take profit and now we're getting a beautiful rip.
Bitcoin going for it on the 1 minute.
Let's take a look. So Bitcoin's kind of the same thing. Bitcoin, you had a buy signal and then you had a take profit zone right here. And now we're breaking the take profit zone, so we're getting a nice little follow through. See if Bitcoin can actually hold up here. Every time I tried to break out, you got wicked.
You see the Finex walls I posted on Twitter?
Let me see. On Twitter? No, I didn't. Let me see.
I think I just got a new mod in tanking.
Nice.
Mod from Italy, tank from Hungary.
Are there any OKX walls above us? OKX is usually the one that holds you down.
Spot or futures?
I think Spot is the one that I use. Can't remember.
Not really. Kind of. But
Yeah,
the last
I usually look at it on the 30-minute, and the one if you go on the 30-minute, the walls that like stay for at least like 10 candles, those are the ones that usually hold us.
yeah, those got broken a few hours ago.
Nice.
There's not many walls on OKX.
Yeah, Bitcoin's taking off from this little node. If you look at the volume node on the daily, we're well above it. Yeah, it's looking pretty damn good. You're launching off the ADMA, well above the
Yep.
21.
It's been following that, man.
Yeah, you haven't lost the ADMA since the buy signal on the daily.
That was my first add-on, was when it pulled back to the 8. Not pulled back, but kind of like consolidated towards it.
I talked about this way back in like July on stream, but I was talking about how like if you look at the ADMA throughout 2020 to 2021, that massive run that we went on the weekly, we never lost the ADMA a single time. And then when we finally lost it, that's what caused that nasty top. And then we nuked all the way down to 28,000. But then we reclaimed it on the weekly on July 26th on that weekly close. And then ever since then, we've just been basically straight up one little pullback, but very bullish. Same thing with the monthly ADMA. Reclaimed it in July, haven't lost it since. This will be the highest monthly close ever on Bitcoin. It's disgusting how clean the monthly chart is. The monthly is like a perfect bull flag if you're looking at a logarithmic. The monthly makes it look like it wants to go to 100K. Like I obviously I don't predict levels that far away, but the monthly just looks disgustingly bullish. Looks exactly like July of 2020. Had a nasty pullback, big engulfing candle, closed, and then straight up. Asana pulling back a little bit. As long as it closes above like 125, it looks pretty damn strong.
That thing don't fucking stop, bro.
I can't believe we were trading it at IPO around $30, $20.
I thought I was a fucking badass pulling like 6K out of there
Yeah.
off that trade.
And now it's 127. You know what's coming back from the IPO is Wolf. Starting to come back a little bit.
I called that a while ago, man. I knew that was gonna fucking do something.
Look at the
Never
weekly
bought it.
starting to break out.
I read a lot of that was like one of the fucking only stocks I actually like read like fucking news about.
Yeah.
Pulled the fucking Johnny Dips on that one, dude, and actually read into this shit.
It's funny. It's Petco. It's a dog stock, right? And it's got a perfect bulldog, literally textbook bulldog.
Like that new CEO they hired is supposed to be like really fucking like he knows what he's fucking doing. That was supposed to really help them.
Think of
And they're
it.
picking up
Go
a
ahead.
ton of like organic and natural food and shit like that, which like coming from me as a dog owner, like like that's what I look for when I
Yeah.
buy shit. They never had that kind of stuff before. They were always known as like the generic fucking, like cheap shit.
Yeah. If it gets above like 23.75, looks pretty damn good. This is the first time ever the 8 has crossed the 21 on the weekly. And like I said, it's like a textbook bulldog, monthly engulfing. Looks good. Target was in a nasty downtrend on that sell signal for quite some time. Then he got a buy signal on October 13th. We've been uptrending pretty well since then. Doesn't look too bad.
Target looks good, man.
Yeah, it's recovered nicely.
Yep.
A lot of retail has been coming back.
Maybe in time for the holidays.
Yeah. Well, they're anticipating a shopping spree, but they don't know that half the shelves are going to be fucking empty because of the shipping crisis.
That's why a lot of these stores are starting their Black Friday deals early.
Mm-hmm.
Today's the start of Best Buy's like first one.
Look at Costco. Had a nasty little pullback, and now we're pumping. Had a daily buy signal yesterday. Costco respects the ADMA on the daily more than like any stock I've ever seen.
Yeah, because it's straight up.
Yeah.
Doesn't pull back.
Like every single low is like the ADMA. It's crazy. Hughes looks like it wants to go higher here. 50-minute flat top. Completely reversed that little sell off that we just had.
There goes BTC. Yeah, this thing's about to burst here. We're about to make a new all-time high here in a second.
You ape.
Yeah, I've been aped. I'm up 281% on my position. Watch how price reacts when it hits that all-time high. It's gonna break through it, get slammed, and then break through it again. There's so many shorts up there, I bet.
What's the actual all-time high? Let's see. The actual all-time high is
65 something.
65,163.
Yeah, we're about to be there in a second.
Yeah, it's very close.
Yep.
Four-hour buy has been really good on Bitcoin. Holding steady. Do I cover Amazon? We haven't looked at Amazon yet, but it looked like it was doing really good yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, it's still continuing. You have a beautiful buy signal on the daily. You're playing out a massive double bottom here. Need to change this to white. But yeah, this little double bottom here looks really good. Could be a bulldog where we go double bottom, pop up, and then maybe pull back a little bit. So like either go for the high around 35.25 and then pull back, or pull back anywhere from here would be okay. And then as long as the pullback is very shallow, but I'd say like anything above 33.90, it should be very bullish. Got to watch out for this downtrend here. We actually are breaking it, I believe. Yeah, so this downtrend here, we broke the downtrend. So if we pull back, as long as we stay above that trend, it looks pretty good. You've already hit a couple of my targets on Amazon. I think the next target, what's our next one? Next one is 3551. So right around the resistance up here.
How dirty would it be if they fucking faked everyone out and double topped it?
Dirty.
What do you mean double topped, like to the dollar of the all-time high?
Yeah, just double topped and fucking slammed everybody.
That would be pretty brutal. Send the ETF to zero. They get liquidated on their first day. Fastest liquidation of any ETF in history.
Be a lot of jumpers on that day.
Yeah. Hey Rico, what's going on? Sinlo, what's going on?
Double topped it.
What about Top Tick Tommy? When is he buying back in?
Yeah.
Dude, he hasn't talked about stocks or crypto in a while.
Dude, as soon as he sees the headline all-time high Bitcoin, he's gonna buy in.
Yep, that's the top. So we saw, boys.
Thoughts on Netflix on earnings? Flip a coin, man. Earnings is a complete gamble. I'll give you guys a little lotto I gave the Discord. Completely risky. Well, complete gamble, to be honest. But if you are itching to play Netflix earnings, I think the best way to play it is buying the 700 calls for Friday's expiration. They are very far out of the money. They are dog shit lottos, very likely going to go to zero. But if it somehow has like massive earnings and it shoots up, those are going to get paid massively. So it's worth the risk if you are itching to play earnings. But I don't play earnings, so I'm not taking it. Every time I've broken my rule and played earnings, I lose. It's like you could counter trade me on earnings and you'd be a millionaire. My luck on earnings is disgustingly bad.
Really is.
I think I've beat earnings like 2 of the last 10 times that I've played it. And the one of the stocks that we played like last year, I remember JMA, me, like fucking a lot of people on Discord. We got in for earnings. They smashed earnings. And they went up, but they went up barely, so the contracts didn't do fucking anything. It was one of those supermarket companies.
Albertsons.
Was it Albertsons? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we played earnings. They fucking destroyed earnings, like over 100% beat, and the stock went up like 0.1%.
I remember that.
It's so stupid. Google looks bullish as well. Yeah, big tech's pretty much all green. Almost every single tech stock is green. Even the data companies, which is like the small tech companies, those are doing really well. Crowd is doing really well. DDog, CRM.
Fucking Albertsons, cocksuckers.
Yep.
Remember how good that chart looked too?
That was like the best chart I've ever seen. And then we played it perfectly. We beat earnings and it didn't do anything. What's their ticker? It's like ALBZ or something?
Yeah. It's probably straight up right now.
Oh, it's ACI. That's what it is. Yeah, this was the stock. Yeah.
How does it look now?
Straight up. Yeah.
Told you. I'm not even gonna bother fucking looking.
Completely straight up. I think we played earnings. I think it was around December, like December 2020, somewhere around there, because it had that beautiful inverse head and shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah, this is it. And then it broke out December 28th. I think like right after our contracts expired. What a dog.
fucking life.
What a dog shit stock.
Cocksuckers. Never shopping at that store again.
Yeah, guys. So like this, I think it might have been the October earnings. We played earnings on this inverse head and shoulders because it was like super clean, and it just didn't do anything. And then like right after our contracts expired, you broke out. You can see like December right here. You broke out, and then you just went straight up.
Straight up.
We were playing at like what, at $15? It's at 28 now. Went to 34.
I just remember the
Disgusting.
chart looked fire.
Yeah, it's like the cleanest inverse head and shoulders ever. They actually just had earnings yesterday. Funny that we're talking about it.
Probably did good, huh?
TradingView doesn't say.
But the stock is straight up.
It went down a little bit from yesterday. But yeah, overall, it's straight up. Yeah, the memes are doing well. It's mainly led by AMC saying they made a shit ton of money. They made they said they made over 200 million or 300 million or something like that in just the first 2 weeks of October. There are a decent amount of movies coming out right now. So that's probably why. When Tesla 900, shit, it could hit that right after earnings. You better
I
hope
haven't
you
looked
have.
at Tesla in a while. Is it doing that good?
Oh yeah, it's straight up. Yeah, it's like 870.
Holy shit.
If it
Johnny's
has,
probably all fired up.
yeah, if it has good earnings, I think you get 900 pretty easily. Bitcoin's gonna sit at this level all night, and then it's gonna break all-time high at 5 a.m.
The second your head hits the pillow.
Yeah. We're gonna get done with our Hell Let Loose session. I'm gonna go fucking straight to bed.
Dude,
Second my head hits the pillow, it's all-time high.
I lost my shit that fucking one night.
Oh shit.
Remember, we were literally playing and fucking watching the chart all night. The second you're like, guys, I'm gonna go lay down. I think me and Sticky stayed up for like 20 more minutes. It went straight up.
Yeah. There's a meme for you guys on stream. Like the second I go to bed, Bitcoin has big moves. Because I'll sit at my computer back a couple years ago when I was scalping Bitcoin. I'd sit here for literally hours. I'd be up till like 5 a.m., 7 a.m. Doesn't matter what time I went to bed. The second my head hits the pillow, Bitcoin would have massive moves. And I'd miss all the action. The time that I got licked on the March dump, I stayed up till like 6:30 in the morning. The second I went to bed, literally the second I laid down, within 10 minutes, Bitcoin had the largest drop in a 15-minute candle it's ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating. It was the largest 15-minute drop in the history of Bitcoin the second my head hit the pillow.
That's what I lost my mind to that one night when you said that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean to be a dick laughing
No,
at
it's you have to laugh at it. Like it's just so bad luck. Dude, I got chigger bites because I got chiggers in my grass.
Oh,
Chigger bites on my legs, dude. They're fucking horrible.
dude, you gotta spray that shit on you, dude.
I know, dude. I gotta spray my yard. This is just the volume profile, the trading bot, and then I have the 21 EMA and the 8 EMA. This is the trading bot that we just released yesterday. Today is the last day for the 50% off early bird special. I'm thinking about extending it one more day because you guys have been so supportive. So we might extend it one more day. But today is the last day if I don't extend it. The code is early bird in all caps. I can give you guys a link if you want to check it out. So far, we've had nothing but good feedback. Seems like a lot of you guys are loving the bot. If you guys have any questions about the bot, feel free to let me know. By the way, when you guys sign up to the bot, you will get an email that will give you a link to the Discord. And when you accept that link, you can see the bot channel. And that's where I can help you guys out if you guys have any like technical questions, or if you guys want to show like charts or something like that. That's the channel that we'll be talking in. It's called, what's it called? It's called Trading Bot Support. You can only see like 3 channels, so it shouldn't be hard to miss. We've broken all the previous highs except for, yeah, it's just literally just one candle. It's the all-time high candle. We're above every other candle. Can I check Apple? Let's take a look. So Apple actually hit one of our targets today. Our first target was 148. Our second target is 150. We topped out at 149, so it's about a point away. Getting a little toppy, 15-minute sell, 5-minute sell. 30 minutes still bullish, so that looks pretty good. The 30-minute for stocks is usually where you start to get a little worried. Like if the daily's in a buy and the 30-minute starts to sell, that's where it's like, okay, you need to start paying attention because you're starting to pull back a little bit. But right now, the 30 minutes still in a buy, so not too worrying just yet. It would have caught this entire move if it didn't have that fake out candle right here. You had one sell candle, and then you went straight back into a buy. So it had one little fake out. But for the most part, it's been long since 141. You're hitting a little bit of resistance here. You can see on the daily. You can see we're hitting a massive node here. But once we start to climb above like 150, 149.50, you're basically just straight up. There's not really a whole lot of resistance until you get to like 154. Any thoughts on where the Bitcoin high is going to hit? What do you mean? Like where my targets are after the high? Watch your eyes. I'm going to go back to my white chart. But here are my fibs. We talked about these in the summary markets. If you guys watched the weekly video. My next target is actually right now, where it's hitting right now. Once you break this, you have 65.9 and then 72,000. So once we get above 65.9, you could really start to impulse up.
What's the target on this current Bitcoin run? It's like 72, right?
Yeah, this current one's 72. You could do 65.9 too.
65.9.
Yeah, that's not bad. If you're just if you're taking a short-term trade, I'd probably get out at 65.9, long-term 72. But this entire retrace is over. So all the levels from 29,000 to where we are now, these are all basically done. So we're in a new stage of Bitcoin. This impulse is over. So these are our extended targets: 72, 74, and then 82. 82 would be the final target. And I could extend this one more time. Like if you were extremely bullish, I'm taking the local impulse. So I'm taking this low to this high right here before we started to top out. If you were really bullish, you could take this high, but I wouldn't take that. It's just too far away. If you took that level, your targets would be 66.6 and then 75,000. I think this one is much more reasonable. Yeah, blackout. The altcoins have not been doing very well, man. There's a few altcoins that have been doing decent, but for the most part, they've been ranging downwards to on most coins.
Bitcoin's turn, man.
Yeah, everyone wants to be in Bitcoin. They don't really care about alts right now. Like I was watching 1 inch. I almost took a trade on 1 inch the other day. I was gonna go pretty heavy, but then Bitcoin started going again, so I decided not to. But 1 inch still looks pretty good. I think it's one of the best looking altcoins right now. You have a perfect, literally textbook inverse head and shoulders. So you have a inverse head and shoulders here. The neckline is flat. You have the break, and then now we're climbing. You even retested it. So I think you could get like 380 on this pretty easily, $4 pretty easily, and then maybe like 450. But once you get out of this range here, we could start talking about getting back to like 7. But that's only if Bitcoin doesn't just keep going straight up. Hey, Sarish, what's going on? Every time I say your name, Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Soul's the one I'm watching for after this pump. I think Soul was looking decent as well. Let's see. Yeah, Soul's very similar to 1 inch. I'd say on Soul you have to get above like 173 and then it looks a lot better. Ray is very similar too. Ray looks identical. Ray is kind of slightly more bearish though. Yeah, Rusty, that's why I use Fibonacci. Fibonacci works really well for all-time high targets. Damn, Zim is up 7% today. Nice little buy signal coming in. The shippers are coming back. You actually got faked out on the weekly there. It closed its long. Disgusting monthly candle. Thanks for your fib retrace tutorial on YouTube, by the way. It really helps. Yeah, no problem, man. That's gonna come in handy here, moving into all-time high. If you guys watch that Fibonacci video on my YouTube, that's how I'm going to be finding all these targets moving forward on Bitcoin. And you can use that same technique on the short time frames too. Like if we're breaking into all-time high, like say, here, I'll show you. So like on Bitcoin here, we could go into like the 30-minute here, and we could do the same thing. So like what's the all-time high? We said it was like 65,000. Like when it gets to 65,000, if it's all one continuous impulse, we could just take this move as one impulse. Let's say like right here. Like let's say we just shoot up into all-time high and then we start to kind of pull back. These are the targets, right, for short term. And then you can zoom out and then you have more targets. So you can use it on short time frames as well. You just have to watch the impulses. And what I mean by impulse is like one clean trend move. Like if it goes like this and then it goes like this and then like you don't want to take this to this. You want to take this move here or this move here. Like those are impulses, right? It has to be one continuous move. It can have little pullbacks, but it has to be maintaining the trend. Like if you look at Bitcoin daily, This is one continuous move. Now, these little places here where it stalls out, that's where you can take your fibs. So like you can take it to each one of these levels. Like you could have taken this level here, which we did, and that gave us our final target. So once our final target was hit, we extended it. So we went to the next level. And then once it hits our final target here, then we can extend it again. And so on and so forth, right? That would be 102,000 if it hit that target. That'd be pretty disgusting. Yeah, Rusty, I agree. I think 1 inch is definitely accumulating for sure. When it pushes out of that accumulation, maybe during the next alt season, it's going to rip. When I think about F-Cell, I think it's coming back because Tesla's starting to run, so the EVs are running a little bit. But it's not a big name in the EV space. I guess it's a big name relatively, but it's not like a Neo, right? I'd feel much better investing in something like Neo than F-Cell. You can see how much F-Cell has just sold off. We are retesting one of the biggest volume nodes. So once we get above like $9, there's really not a lot of resistance. You can see, look at how little value we found on this run up. Like this run up here had almost no value. You had a little bit of value around $17, nothing above 17. So all of this was kind of like bullshit price action. So yeah, if you break above like 9, you could get to 10 pretty easily, then 1090, then 13, 15, and then around 1750. Those are all the volume nodes. But like I said, I think I like Neo more than F-Cell. They kind of they sell off too much. Tilray is actually a good example of the same exact chart. So like Tilray, same thing, just nukes. All of this is fake value. Didn't find any value. But it has these little spikes, so it like gets people interested, right? It starts hitting scanners. And it can go on runs. It goes on nice little runs. But the runs are like 10% of the time. 90% of the time it's just going straight to zero. So I don't trade stocks like this. I mainly don't trade any wheat stocks. Because almost every wheat stock does this. They just bleed out and they have these random spikes that get people interested, but then they just bleed out again. If this keeps going up, I would probably target somewhere around 1250 to 1350, but the chart is dog shit. Like, look at their earnings. They're going straight down and they still miss earnings by 35%. They missed revenue by $6 million. These companies are just really bad. He said, thanks for telling me about SQM. My brother got in at 51. He's up. He's already up pretty nicely, but I think he's holding for long term. Yeah, SQM is a really good long term hold, man. I'm kind of sad I let go of my shares, but it was one of my biggest gainers of 2020. It's a very good long term hold. They're one of the biggest lithium miners in the world. They have access to the largest lithium deposit in the world, the Lithium Triangle in South America. And if you read anything about lithium, pretty much every single economic report says the same thing, that the demand is going to greatly outpace the supply in the next 5 to 10 years. They literally, even if they ramp up their production right now, they're not going to be able to keep up with demand in the next 5 years or so, because the demand is going to keep going up very heavily because of the renewable cars, like Tesla and NIO and whatnot. Bitcoin slipping a bit. Is it pulling back? Let's take a look. Still looks pretty strong. All these pullbacks are just the top shorters. This is actually a very good price action for one of those moves where it just blows right through all-time high, because it's stalling, right? It's stalling because all the people are trying to short the top. They're trying to be the people that have the clout on Twitter, right? Like, oh, I shorted the top. I shorted all-time high, and it fucking double topped. Historically, this is a very bad trade. Shorting it, I mean. Because look back in the history of Bitcoin. How many times has Bitcoin double topped on the all-time high? Very, very rarely. It doesn't double top on all-time high. It just doesn't. It will do one of these where like it breaks all-time high and it runs for a little bit and then it tops out. It almost never double tops like on the same level or relatively even close to the same level. So people who are trying to short right around all-time high, it's historically a terrible trade. If you want to short here, you're better off letting it break through all-time high, letting it run for a little bit, and then shorting it. Because historically, that will happen. It will run through all-time high, it will try to keep pushing, and then it will run out of buyers and it will nuke. So like instead of shorting 65,000 where the all-time high is, you would short like 68 or like 70. And then you might get an all-time high short. But even then you're still shorting a freight train, like you're stepping in front of a train. Where's the anchored VWAP from this level? It's right around the 21 EMA, 55,000. Yeah, so it's climbing pretty rapidly. So the buyers are definitely getting involved. Too scared to long here. That's the problem. The problem is if you're not already long, it's pretty hard to long up here. If you longed up here, it wouldn't be a bad long if you're okay with adding on to it if it nukes. Like if it goes down to like 60,000, are you going to add on to it? Or 55,000? if you longed here and you added all the way down to like 55, I think that's okay. But if we get below 55, then you're getting hurt.
I think best case scenario is we close above all-time high, come back to retest it, just fucking rip more.
Yeah, I think you're gonna blow through it for the first move.
Yeah.
Maybe like 67, 68. I can't even fucking believe we're talking about Bitcoin in the 60,000s. 2 years ago, we were talking about Bitcoin in the 3,000s.
Hopefully, this is the bottom for Tesla.
How's SPY closing today? It's closing high.
Yeah, decent. It's getting a little choppy. It's because they have two Fed talks going on at the same time right now. Take a look at Hood. I actually have not looked at Robinhood since the IPO. Wow, that thing got wrecked. Look at that pump on Robinhood. Pumped all the way up to 85, straight back down to 40.
Bro, I remember that day had me so livid because I was trying to short Hood and I didn't get filled.
Oh yeah, if you would have sold calls up there, dude, you would have got paid.
I was trying to load up on the fucking puts and they were so cheap because it ramped up. I did not get filled. I was like, and it just got rug pulled all the way straight down. I was like, oh my god.
It doesn't look too bad. You have like kind of somewhat of like a falling wedge. But nah, it's more of a descending triangle to be honest. But if you started to break out of this little, you can't even draw a trend. Yeah, the trend's pretty bad. You can't really draw it. I would kind of look at this more as a range. Let's see.
Definitely a range.
Yeah, not really a trend line.
It's gonna, maybe it'll do something like Coin did. Hang out down there for a little bit, trade sideways, and then just send.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you'd look at this kind of like a range from 39 to 47. So as long as the range holds, you're okay to buy the lows, sell the highs. But then if you break out of the range above like say 50, then you're starting to look pretty good again to go back to 56, then maybe 68.
They all do the same shit. Look at all the new IPOs.
Mhm.
Hood, Coin, what was the other one?
DoorDash, Airbnb.
Dash, Bumble,
Mm.
Affirm.
Bumble was actually looking pretty good recently.
Bitcoin just got 64K. Let's go.
Look at Affirm, dude. That one's performing the best out of all of them.
Yeah, firms grows. Tesla's dropping, is it? Remember, Netflix earnings, guys. Netflix earnings right after the bell. I can't stay to watch them on stream. I got to make a call right after the stream. But like I said, if you guys are itching to play Netflix, extremely risky. But the best lotto that you could take is the 700s for Friday. I don't know if it's definitely not going to get to 700. That'd be fucking insane. But if it goes to like 650 or 660 on earnings, those contracts will get paid. You'll have to close them like right at the opening bell if the volatility is really high. But they should definitely get paid if it has good earnings. But you're playing earnings. It's a complete gamble. Bitcoin's going. Not getting a whole lot of volume yet, but it's starting to move.
Wait till it cracks that all-time high. It's just gonna rip. I think it's gonna go straight up. Every time this happens, like with altcoins at least, it just blasts right through it.
You know it's starting to move when it starts to push your trading view chart.
Yeah, what's going on with Tesla? Why is this just like going straight there?
New high day.
Yeah, it's nuking a little bit.
There it is, 64.3. New high day.
30-minute sell on Tesla, 15-minute sell, 5-minute sell. So here's a good example of the waterfall, guys. If you guys are watching my stream, this is what I mean when you have waterfall signals on the bot. The 5-minute started to sell, then the 15-minute started to sell, now the 30-minute starting to sell. So that will keep going. Like then the 1 hour will start to sell, then the 4 hour, then the daily. So it is beginning the waterfall.
Apple closing strong.
Here it goes, boys. 64.358. New high.
Yeah, it's getting good volume. It's a 50 million volume, 5 minutes.
Look at BITO slowly just creeping up.
What's the high? 65 what?
65,163 on FTX. It's going to be different on every exchange. Basically anywhere around 65,000.
BITO is about to close high day.
It should follow Bitcoin exactly if their ETF is proper.
It's going to take, watch what's going to happen. It's going to be a huge volume spike. It's going to hit the all-time high and just fucking send. Watch how many assholes get licked here.
I like how SPY closed.
Yeah, spine Qs is not bad.
I almost closed at high a day. What if it teases us right here? Johnny fucking Dip, send it.
Netflix is nuking. Netflix is nuking. Unless this is just a glitch, but what the fuck is down 14? Holy shit.
It's down 14% or points?
No.
No. Dollars.
Oh.
0.5, 14%, dude.
Jesus.
People are throwing their TVs out the window.
Now it's up 2%
Yeah,
now. What the fuck?
It's ripping.
You never trust the first move.
Down 14%.
Jesus.
On Netflix, you know how big that would be?
Oh, you'd be fucking
Oh,
buried.
dude, it's sending 3%.
Did anybody in Discord take those lottos? I want to know how they perform. I'm not going to take them.
I was too pussy, man. I was too pussy. I just got
How do I
Qs
get
and
the
SPY.
extended hours on here? What the fuck?
You know what this means, right? It means that all big tech is gonna try to follow it, and everything's just gonna start fucking ripping and think that the same
It's
thing is
ripping,
happening.
dude. 3.5.
It's ripping. Safe to say, it hit my weekly targets. Fucking what is it? 668? Oh no, it hit 660.
Oh,
Fuck.
you didn't get filled on the Netflix lottos? That's going to haunt you tomorrow if this thing rips like this.
One thing about Netflix is that usually it just keeps fucking ramping up.
Fucking Squid Game sent him over the top.
Yeah, you don't want to limit into lottos, Royal. If you're ever doing lottos, you're better off just buying them. Because for the most part, you don't care about that money anyway. Like you're already putting money into lottos, which you're like, ah, fuck it. I'm probably going to lose most of this money. So who cares about limiting? You know what I mean? You always want to mark it in. Unless the spread is like disgustingly wide.
Yeah. I end up missing a trade so you could save $2.
Yeah, exactly.
I aped into some more SPY lottos that
Nice.
20-something%.
Damn, is it moving that much after hours?
Yeah, it's ripping. It's because of Netflix.
Exercise, like, can you
Yep.
sell options after hours?
You can, yep. You can sit, you spy it, you have 15 minutes.
Oh shit, I might just close and take the money then.
Yeah, you have 15 minutes on spy and Qs. 4:15 is technically the close.
Told you. Now look at Big Tech. Big Tech's reacting to it. Let's
Yeah,
fucking go.
things probably
Let's
moving.
fucking go.
How's
bro.
Facebook moving after hours? Facebook's moving too.
Jesus.
I'm gonna look like a genius if we fucking get 480
Dude, this
by
is
the end of December.
this is exactly what happened last year. You had the sell-off in October. You started to recover in November into the election, and then you had good tech earnings that just sent the entire market going straight up.
It's a cycle, baby. Let's
I
go.
was
Let's do
looking
this.
at charts yesterday. I would have took January calls on Facebook. It was the perfect time to buy them yesterday.
Yeah, we was talking about it. I was like, yo, no, was
Yeah.
it yesterday? It was when it had dipped a little bit.
Any day, so wait, yeah, yesterday or Friday. Look at that.
All right, I'm gonna hop off, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Last time, here is the link for the bot. We just released the bot yesterday. You guys get 50% off for your first month or your first year. The code is early bird. If you guys want to take a look at the bot, there's a little video on how to get set up with the bot on the page. You also have some backtest results for S&P 500 and Bitcoin, and then we have a bunch of screenshots from our beta testers on the bot as well. So if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to let me know on Twitter, Discord, whatever. Be happy to help you guys out. Like I said, I might extend the discount one more day. This discount does expire today, but I might extend it one more day till tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. I'll let you guys know on Twitter. But all right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are in Discord, the analysis will be posted later today, and then I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out, guys.
Later, man.